Alright, the real reason for the prohibition is dot dot dot. I know the answer, do you? Because it wasn't the fact that they were drinking it, it was the fact that they were using it as fuel. Yeah, you can use alcohol as gasoline. Um, it was an alternative fuel before it was cool, and that was all the way back in the Prohibition period in the United States. So instead of drinking alcohol, you could put it in your car, and a lot of people were making this at home, this moonshine alcohol at home that would look like gasoline, and it was somewhat dangerous because of how much people were making within a minute in order to get rich quick. So, you know, something to that effect. We have sorrow and loss. We have risky, decline, deceased, losing, a no-go, money issues. So a lot of people might have had money issues. That's why they did this type of thing. Yeah, because there was like a shortage of a few things, or a lot of things. Okay, lack of change, solid, accountability, and fixed. We have con- consumer, whatever. We have an enemy. We have, no, we have, I don't know, enemy. Weakness, hostility, imposter, self-doubt, opposed ideas, and constructivity, attitudes. We have the Five of Swords with deception. We have an old woman. We have maybe something from the past incorporated into your life. Wise decisions, alternatively, unwavering way of thinking, a fear of aging, running out of time. Okay, then we have fortune with victory, satisfaction guaranteed of sale, a miracle, give praise for all of your abundance, lucky streak, your dreams will come true, inner riches, unexpressed talents. So a lot of people can make alcohol. Not a lot of people make alcohol nowadays, but they used to make a lot of alcohol for vehicles. A lot of people's vehicles run on gasoline, but also you could use alcohol in replacement of gasoline, which would be an alternative fuel that with prohibition stopped the make of that fuel. Now with ethanol in your gasoline in the United States, it's kind of like now you're kind of bringing it into the forefront of being alternative fuel now. And where was that when prohibition was going around? We could have closed down gasoline tankers and just used alcohol as fuel, because it's easy to make, it's sustainable, and you can make it again from seeds. Like you can make, ethanol from corn. You can make vodka from potatoes. You can do all that, and from different wheats and rye and all that, you can make, different types of whiskey or different things. Anyway, so with prohibition, you could do all that. So they kind of blocked you with the prohibition laws. So, alright, we have ignoring a good opportunity, a Prince Charming, romantic, true love, idealist, knight in shining armor, loving intentions, trustworthy partners, following the hearts of the needy. Excuse me. Something that did not live up to expectations. We have no is a full sentence. We have loving is its own reward. If you won't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. We have dance like nobody else can fuck with, can go fuck themselves. Um, I've been watching a lot of mob movies, so that's totally funny. I can see the parody version of the mobsters as well as the mobsters themselves as individuals. So they were the ones that were making mass productions of alcohol for fuel, and they were having like their own little like gas station thing that would gas your car and all. And they would be like running it behind the scenes in the shadows. So yeah, yeah, I can see the parody in this. So setting healthy healthy limits, becoming your best self by impacting your soul, mind, body, and positive energies. Um, you should focus on what is good in life. May be able to provide a alternative answer, which of course they did. Um, a belief in the bringer of advice, support, and protection from the spiritual realm. We have relationship failing despite putting in work. One partner putting in work. A adventure into the great unknown. Beware of energy of transition. Leave the familiar behind. More forward. Forgive the past. Trust your abilities to gain self-knowledge. We also have feeling stifled, scared, or sourced. Poor resource management. Disconnect from your surrounding change in your environment. Know this moment shall also pass. Then you have, let's see, to have more than enough to step into the natural flow of abundance, the concession of source and philosophy, generosity over life is the best to deliver a worthwhile version or vision. You overlook the negative and you don't want to rock the boat. Overindulgence, gossip, you and your associates party too much, or there's some form of isolation from the public. So, with this, a lot of stuff was going on. Let's put it to you that way. There's bad mouthing, there was mobsters, there was people making it in secret at sewers and this and that. So prohibition had to come in to stop the manufacturing of like not sourced fuel, so that people, when you get gypped or ripped off, or there wouldn't be a problem with that. So with the mobsters, they were making it in a mass form and good quality stuff, and then other gangsters wanted their supply, so they were shooting up the towns and stuff, which was unsafe for children, and had to make it to school and stuff like that too. Okay, someone betrayed you. They're dishonest with others. Rethinking an approach. You're dishonest with yourself. Coming clean, unfair results, deception, happy family, inner happiness, love which goes the extra mile, the fairy tale endings are fulfilled, achievements of the dreams in which you desire, a perfection in relationships, marriage, and dreams coming true or coming home, homecoming stuff. So a death, restlessness, a illness, burnout, a forced rest, stress, time spent away from others, feeling antisocial. You'll get what you want, but you won't be your best when it comes to pass. So slugginess or sloth and dissatisfaction. So with prohibition, it was to stop a lot of the manufacturers from dying that were making good product, from getting into this mafia scheme or whatever to make it by the mass dozens, because it happened because people were making mass batches of it, getting a lot of money from it. Mafia saw that, they made their own that were in the quality form of that too. But instead of having competitors, they wanted to be the only ones benefiting from the legal making of alcohol for fuel. So they had to take out a lot of competition in order to accomplish their dreams of unwavered abundance. And it would get them out of debt, it would get their family out of debt. Because a lot of mobsters were from Italy around that time. And they wanted to have their clans or mobsters or family, whatever you want to call it, um, as very honorable and respectful when they went back to Italy. So there was a lot of that going on too. They wanted to have the biggest role they could get from the United States for whatever reason or another. But with prohibition, it stopped all that. It stopped like the prince of Prince of Italia for getting stuff. And if you don't know who the Prince of Italia is, it's all the early mobsters that were in the Prohibition era that were making a lot of illegal fuel for people that couldn't afford gasoline, because around that time gasoline was like either scarce or like certain areas didn't carry gasoline all the time, so a lot of people needed to get places, and this was the alternative. You could go to like a mobster, gangster, whatever thing, and put down money and get gas or alcohol as gasoline in order to go to the beach, go to the grocery store, and not be walking. A lot of people didn't like walking. I get it. Big towns, big cities, you don't want to be walking from one point to the other. So the police wanted to stop the illegal sales of fuel that was not concessional with the sales the government was putting out. So they did have to go into reserves and get more gas for people and stuff like that, so it would regulate the gas supply, so people wouldn't be using illegal substances to get gasoline, or get fuel for their cars, whatever. Which I get it. You don't want anybody like being stalled out on the road and then like spend more money to, fix their stuff. Anyway, so, and it takes out the unknown factor of where you get your fuel from. If it's like, oh, you got it at this gas station, they can eliminate the mystery person if it's like a unconstitutional fuel, because I can say unconstitutional fuel because it is based on the Prohibition Act of etc., etc. So it just takes out the mystery product that's in there. So like if there was hairspray in the fuel that they gave you, it takes out the mystery of where it came from, and that person could be prosecuted for selling illegal fuel. But like I get it. I get prohibition, and I also get the reason why they had alcohol as an alternative fuel. So it makes a lot of sense. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody out. Don't be making illegal fuel because you could get arrested or shot. And be careful out there. If you think about alternative fuel, you should think about also steam-powered cars, because that was around the same time as well. And just look that up. On a lot of popular mechanic books from way back when, they did have a lot of stuff about steam-powered cars and stuff, and basically the Tesla model version. They were making specs on that too. So if you want to look back at popular mechanic around the Prohibition era or around war era, like World War II, I would guarantee it. I have a couple books myself. I love reading those. It's about cars, how they're built, and like stuff that you can do to the engine to make them run on water, basically. And you can't really do that, but it's a great thing to look at for a recreational car, or if you want to test the limits of like your vehicle without actually making your vehicle run on water, and see the schematics of how you need to change it and all that. But I'm not gonna say too much on it. It gives people inspiration to do stuff like that. But yeah, get popular mechanics, the war era around like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and it talks all about that stuff. It's the craziest thing, and it also gives you projects you can make as like a hobbyist or whatever too. It's pretty cool. I was thinking about doing a submarine, but I don't have the parts. The submarine is pretty cool. I mean, that's justifiable. You can use it in like the family pool or whatever. If you have like an Olympic sized pool, you can have like a tiny submarine, but that you can actually man from inside it. But yeah, I just think that stuff's so cool. Thinking about cars and building like small um, hobbyist usable things. Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. If you can find those popular mechanic books, that would be good. And then you'll find out where Elon Musk got his ideas from. There's a book in there that has electric powered cars in there too. You can make your own Tesla. You didn't hear it from me though. I can't tell you what edition it is either. It's pretty cool though. And it talks about how the batteries would be used in the engine instead of the engine itself. It's funny. But yeah, I have bad allergies, so I'm sniffing a lot. I'm trying to breathe. I breathe through my nose. I don't breathe through my mouth usually, so it's hard. So check those out. I'll see you in the next video, and take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone. I need to find like some Benadryl or something because my allergies are kicking my ass. Anyway, so I will see you in the next reading, and yeah, look up that electric car popular mechanic book. That's a lot of fun. You might need to blow up the schematics on it, but it's fucking intriguing. Anyway, I will see you later, okay? Bye.